Hi everyone, Ivan here. Welcome to the first edition of our trade analysis from CLC Trading, and we are here today to explain our short trade on Euro Australian dollar that we took in the last week that gave us a good profit of 140 pips, and I want to explain this setup with you to help you understand why we took this short trade and the reasons behind our short setup from this point. So we are here on the 4-hour time frame, and we can see this short trade from last week, obviously with target around 1.64, but to understand this trade we need to go on bigger time frame, especially on the weekly time frame. We are here. We can see that the price in the last years try to pass this area many times, especially these levels here, 1.63 and especially 1.64. But we can see that in the last years the price always fail to go higher and confirm this break, and we can see here a clear daily closing, weekly closing above this key level. But we can see that just after this huge bullish signal, the price failed to go higher and start a strong bearish phase. Similar situation at December 2018, because we can see that the price start a huge bullish movement, but we can see on the weekly time frame that the price has formed this huge upper shadow, and after this clear bearish signal, the price start another bearish phase. We can see that here, January 2019, the price give us another bullish signal here with a clear weekly closing, similar situation to this weekly closing. So we need another confirm before thinking about a potential long setup after this break, but we can see that the price open the next week just few pips below this key level, and from this point start a strong bearish movement that bring the price to touch this bullish trend line. We can see here a clear bullish engulfing candle on the weekly time frame, and for me this was a massive bullish signal, and we can see that after this first bullish candle the price find the strength to start another bullish phase, and we can see that during the last week the price started this huge bullish movement, and we can see that the price here break this annual high and form new multi-year high around 1.6787, so a new multi-year high. But we can see on the weekly time frame that the price has formed a huge upper shadow, as explained here, 300 pips upper shadow. So for me this is a massive bearish signal. After this formation of new multi-year high, the price give us a clear signal that has not the strength to go higher, but we can see that this week the price is trying to pass this key level. So now for this week we will have to carefully watch the weekly closing. But for our trade from last week we took this movement because we can see on the daily time frame here, we can see that the price on the daily time frame, we can see here that the price here break this multi-year high and form a new high here. The price give us a strong confirm with this hammer candle, because the price try to go lower here but form this huge lower shadow, and this was a clear bullish signal. And we can see that the next day the price follow the bullish momentum and start this huge bullish movement, but we can see that the price close the daily candle below 1.66, and with a huge upper shadow we can see that the price during the day form a very small body with a huge upper shadow, and for me this was a massive bearish signal. And using Fibonacci from the start of last bullish phase, we can see that around 1.64 we have two Fibonacci levels. Personally, two of my favorite Fibonacci levels. So for this reason, after this clear huge upper shadow, I expect a collapse and a correction before the next move, because we can see that after this first break in the last days of June, the price start a huge bullish movement without any correction that bring the price to touch almost 1.68 after a gain of 900 pips without any correction. So after this first break and this huge upper shadow, I expect a collapse and a correction before any other trade. And we can see that here we have this massive level 1.64. So for this reason, I expect a retest before the continuation to the upside. And finally, we can go on the 4-hour time frame, because we can see that the price after this huge break form this first bearish candle, and the price just before the daily closing form this another bearish candle, a bearish engulfing candle that for me is one of my favorite signal. And we can see that the price come back below 1.66 here. We can see that the price here during the night form another bearish engulfing candle that bring the price below the previous multi-year high. And we use this break here as an entry point, because the price come back below this multi-year high with a huge bearish engulfing candle, and for me this was a clear confirm for a potential short trade, but the price was just above this bullish trend line. And so for a potential entry we need to go on the 1-hour time frame, because we can see that the price during the night has formed this huge bearish engulfing candle that bring the price to touch another time this bullish trend line. And we can see that after this huge bearish candle, the price try to start another bullish movement, because we can see from this point that the price was forming a clear series of lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. And after this lower low, I was waiting a clear lower high before thinking about entry point. And we can see that the price, first of all, break this 50 period MA here and come back below this multi-year high. From this point, we can see that the price start a weak bullish movement, and we can see that in the first hours of the London session, the price has formed this bearish engulfing candle, and for me this was a massive confluences and bearish signal, because we can see that here we have a clear touch of this bearish trend line, a clear reaction of this 50 period MA, a clear bullish bearish engulfing candle after the clear touch of this previous multi-year high, and we can see that after this first bearish candle we have all the confluences for a potential entry point. We take this short trade after the closing of this bearish engulfing candle. We can see that after our entry the price has formed a clear shooting star candle here with a huge upper shadow that try another time to come back above multi-year high, bearish trend line and 50 period MA. And we can see that after this candle the price start a strong bearish movement here that almost reach 1.64. Another confluences for this trade was this 200 period MA, because we can see that this MA perfectly matching our take profit and this key level here 1.64. And so this was another confirm to help us to try to find the potential take profit. We can see that the price here almost reach our take profit, but personally I prefer to close manually this trade without wait for the clear touch of my take profit, because personally I don't wait a clear touch of for few pips, but I prefer, if the price has almost reached my take profit, to close the trade, because we can see here that the price didn't reach our take profit. From this point start another strong bullish movement. So we close this trade here, so we made around 145 pips profit. This trade was a good risk reward because we have 43 pips stop loss with a potential risk reward 3.39 here. Obviously another stop loss possible here, but the price after our entry perfectly follow the bearish momentum and start this huge bearish movement. So a good trade for us. Many of our students on the VIP channel take this trade with our analysis, because I share this setup on the morning update video that I share every morning with my students on the VIP channel. And we can see a quick update for this week. After the price has almost reached this level, start another bullish phase that bring the price another time just few pips below 1.66. So for this reason, guys, watch carefully the price action here, because as explained in this analysis, the price is in a critical area where the price react many times 1.66 and the multi-year high. So look carefully at the price action here, because a clear reaction and a clear bearish signal on the daily time frame will be a potential good signal for another short trade. We are out of the market now with my students. We don't take any trade this week on a Euro Australian dollar, because we prefer to let settle the market, especially in this slow week, because in many countries it's a holiday. So look carefully the price action here. I hope this video analysis has helped you to understand why we took this trade and how you can use this strategy with your setups. So thank you for watching. Click the subscribe button if you like this video, and thank you for watching, and I wish you a good day.